James Melendez, so I have this Yountville Napa Valley producer. This is their Cornerstone Cellars Howell Mountain Cabernet Sauvignon. Stay tuned for this review. J'adore. I love mountain fruit. And, one person once said to me in Napa Valley producer, they said, kind of in a blanket statement, that all soil content is the same in Napa Valley. While it has some similarities, I don't think that the wines are always going to express the same. Because what was on the mountain is on the valley floor does not mean that they're going to be exactly the same growing conditions, or the microclimates are exactly the same because it is a microclimate. Now, I do love mountain fruit. I think it's just my endearment towards a higher elevation fruit. I think it expresses slightly differently. I think a slight more concentration. You have a lot of diurnal shifts. That is the high to the low temperatures in one day is going to be very different than the valley floor. Now, it's not to put one against the other, that the valley fruit floor is less significant or less important, or produces a less stunning wine than, say, the top of Napa Valley's mountains. This is about choice. It's about really just getting that characterization, its beauty and gorgeousness. And I think this is a really nice bottle of wine. So here's what we have before us. This is a 2014 vintage Howell Mountain. This is a 14.6% ABV wine. This is 100% Cabernet Sauvignon, and this is coming from the Inc. Grade Vineyard in Napa Valley. And so I think it's a really handsome wine. The suggested retail on this is $100. Now, I believe they are sold out on this, but they do have other Cabernet Sauvignons, and I don't know the next release for the 2015, which should be coming up, I'm guessing, this year or early next year. Produce handsome, beautiful Cabernet Sauvignons, and all their wines are meticulous. So here's this particular wine here. And, I think there's no specific jury out on any, is 100% better than, less than that. I remember reading a comment from another wine reviewer saying that anything less than 100% is an economic position, versus there's a great tradition in Bordeaux, right? You're going to have often the 5 Bordeaux varieties exampled in a glass of wine or a bottle of wine, and I think that's what it should be often, and especially for Bordeaux. Now, when you come to the New World, it's very different. It's based on the desire of that particular winemaker. I have to believe in my experience. So sometimes there's not the access to other Bordeaux varieties. Therefore, you're going to use 100% Cabernet Sauvignon. If you have other things, you might put in your spice box, so to speak. And even if you have it, you may, as a producer, I know producers who do 100% Cabernet Sauvignon, though they do have other varieties to pick from. And that's because in the blending trial or the experience of the wine itself, they determined the best wine for that particular vintage was 100% Cabernet Sauvignon. Absolutely gorgeous color on this wine here. It's deep, deep garnet in coloration. Fantastically beautiful, harmonious, gorgeous wine. A lot of rose petal notes here, black cherry, a bit of Loch Ness blackberry, so that nuance characteristic of an heirloom blackberry, a bit of pepper note, violet note, and underbrush, so that very nice outdoorsy note is present as well. So this wine is a 94-point wine out of 100 points. And next is the palate characterization. I love the black red cherry notes here. Again, a bit of an exquisite note of that Loch Ness blackberry, so the heirloom blackberry comes through. A bit of rose petal and violet is present, as well as cardamom, a bit of pepper notes, and of course the lovely tarragon and bay leaf notes. So you get the that really nice herbaceous kiss on this wine here. So it's an amazing year, 2018, and thank you for your support. I really do appreciate it. Let's stay connected. Questions and comments down below, or you can leave it on my social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WordPress. And also don't forget to subscribe right up here. Now, the reason to do so is very simple. You're going to see the latest videos that I am producing. So thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. Let's stay connected. And again, we'll see you in the next video. Salute.